Hari Om, chapter 2, verses 42, 43 and 44. Sankhya Yoga, philosophy of life. In the last verse, Lord Krishna said, Hey Arjuna, clarity of the goal and single point determination to achieve that goal is the quality of the unwavering or determined mind. Whereas many and innumerable thoughts are the quality of the wavering or undetermined mind. Why there are innumerable thoughts? Lord Krishna says, verses 42, 43 and 44. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaham vedavadaradav partha nanyadadditi vadinagam kamatmana swargaparagam janma karma falapradam kriya vishesha bahulam भोगैश्वर्य गतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्य प्रसक्तानां तया बहृदचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समादौ न विधीयते यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं flowery words Pravadantya avipaschitaham. People of non-discriminative mind, non-discriminative intellect, they utter what they utter. Vedavadaradav partha. It is said in the Vedas, na anyadastiti vadinagam. There is nothing else. They argue, there is nothing else. What is that? Kamatmana swarga paraga. Desires, swarga, heaven, etc. Janma karma falapradam. Excellent birth. You will be born with golden spoon in the next janma. Kriya vishesha bagulam. Many special rituals. Bhoga Aishwarya gadim pratim. Bhoga, Aishwarya, everything you will get. Bhogaisvarya prasaktanam. Those who pursue these kind of pleasures and powers, taya apagrita chetasam. Their minds, they fritter away. The minds will fritter away by their thoughts. Vyavasayatmika buddhihi. In that case, vyavasayatmika buddhi, that is eka buddhi, concentrated mind. Samadau na vidhiyate. It cannot take place. Mental equipoise cannot take place. In these verses, Lord Krishna says, Hey Arjuna, the unwise will speak flowery, honey-coated words, relying on the Vedas, that there is nothing else other than attaining desires or heaven as a goal. They promise excellent next birth as a reward for the actions and prescribe various rituals for the attainment of such pleasures and powers. For those who stick to these pleasures and powers, their minds will naturally fritter away. They have indeterminate mind and are not fit for contemplation. For them, peace of mind or mental equipoise is not possible. This is what Lord Krishna says. Lord Krishna is not saying you should not do the rituals, you should not perform the Veda path. But that is a basic, that is like a ladder. You cannot be going on inside the Vedas and doing rituals regularly for the attainment of pleasure and pain, pleasure and powers. This is what Lord Krishna says. All of us know that Vedas are divided into two parts. The first part of the Veda deals with the ritualistic portion, that is Karma Kanda. The second portion of the Veda is called Vedanta, That is, it talks about the Vedanta, moksha, realization of the self. The ritualistic portion of the Vedas prescribes several karmas to perform and also contains a phalasuddhi. That is the result of that karma. If you perform that karma in proper manner, definitely 100% you will get the desired result. Already we have seen the Vedas have scientific precision and will surely give the desired result provided you follow the standard operating procedure, SOP. If you do not follow the SOP, even in this life, this materialistic life, you will not achieve what you want. For example, Dasharatha desired sons. He performed Putra Kameshti Yaga. He got sons. Similarly, there are several rituals. One for buddhi, one for power, one for money, one for marriage, etc. There is nothing wrong if one does a particular ritual and gets the result. But this is a cycle, and this cycle is endless. First you want marriage, then baby, then education of that baby, promotion, money, power, then you want next birth, you want to be born with a golden spoon. So this cycle is endless. This way, when you will attain moksha, that is freedom, which is impossible. What these unintelligent people do not realize is that these pleasures and powers are anitya, impermanent. The one which gives pleasure or power is the one which takes away your peace of mind and gives extreme pain. There is no end to the desires of a man. The list is never ending. For example, you can take a piece of paper and start writing your desires. You will see the list is endless. Even if one has performed a ritual to go to heaven, he can stay in heaven only for a small period of time. And after that, he has to come back and again meet the challenges of this life. The list of desires all of us have are not only endless, but we jump like monkeys from one desire to another desire. When you are pursuing one desire, immediately our mind thinks of another desire. And then we leave that desire and jump and pursue the other one. When you are pursuing this, next one comes to your mind. Again you jump. This is like a selection of a gold jewelry or a sari or a shirt. When the choices are many, the mind gets totally distracted. We lose the power of concentration. Any work performed without concentration of mind is a complete waste of time. In this process, the unintelligent man misses the Nitya Vastu, that is self, or Lord Krishna you can say. The self is with you. It is full of bliss. It is Satchit Ananda Atma. Permanent bliss. Unfortunately, the unintelligent looks for Anitya Vastus like pleasure and power and miss the Nitya Vastu, that is permanent bliss. When a child is having a diamond in its hand, not knowing its value, the parents used to give the child a balloon or some toys. The child, without appreciating the value of the diamond in his hand, takes the balloon and the other toys and gives away the invaluable diamond. Similarly, the unintelligent, based on the Pushpita Vacham of the Vedas, flowery speeches, which assures the desired result, on performing a particular ritual, looks for pleasure and power and forgets his main goal, that is, realization of self. Further, when the karma is performed as yoga, that is, when the action is performed not for any selfish desire, but for the benefit of the society, the same karma becomes karma yoga. The result of karma yoga is purification of mind. Purification of mind will not have mental disturbances and it is fit for contemplation on the higher. That is the self. This we will see in detail in the next chapter. Adi Shankaracharya in his Viveka Chudamani says, of all the living creatures, human birth is very rare. Rare is the attainment of manhood without disease and deformities. Rare is the Sattviga attitude in life, that is, calm and balanced mind. Even after gaining this chance, going in the spiritual path is very, very rare. Extremely rare is to understand the deep significance of the scriptures. Much more rarer is discrimination of the real and the unreal. Rarest is the person who experiences the self in this life and fully establishing in the experience of that self. That is, the self in me is a self in all. This kind of perfect liberation cannot be had without merits of 100 crores of lives lived intelligently. This is what Adi Shankaracharya says. Opportunity knocks only once. The purpose of this life is not pursuing endless desires and power, selfish desires, which in turn leads to sorrows and sufferings of life. But the purpose is to realize the self, which gives you absolute bliss. Lord Krishna laughs at those who, based on the flowery speech, gets into this endless cycle of births and deaths because of lack of discrimination of the intellect between real and the unreal. These people argue that there is nothing more than pleasure and power, both in this life and in the hereafter. For this purpose, they do all karmas to enjoy the pleasures and power during this life and in the next life. These people will not be able to get antakarana suddhi, that is, balance of mind, which is the main requirement for contemplation on self, because the mind is distracted in several pleasures and powers. This is what Lord Krishna says. Again, verse 42, 43 and 44. Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaham vedavadaradav partha nanyadastiti vadinagam kamatmana swargaparagam janma karma falapradam kriya vishesha bagulam bhogaisvarya gadim pradim bhogaisvarya prasaktanam taya bhagrda chetasam vyavasayatmika buddhihi samatau na vidiyate. Tomorrow we will see the next verse. Hari Om Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana